Police across the country say they are stumped by a rash of car thefts.
Thieves may have figured out a way to amplify the signal sent from your key fob to your car, unlocking it.
A thief is able to unlock your car at will.
Local drivers believe someone is using a device to break into cars.
Over 2 years ago, we first warned you about a new threat that appeared in 2013. In Long Beach, California, this surveillance video shows two men walking up to two different vehicles and using what we termed a mystery device to break in with no problems. In February of 2015, video from Sausalito, California shows a man walking up to this car, reaching out to touch the vehicle, and somehow unlocking the vehicle's doors with an unknown electronic device. The suspect stole a custom bicycle valued at $15,000 and a bag of personal belongings. Recently, using a third-party security expert, we purchased a mystery device. It's called a relay attack unit from a company believed to be based in Europe. They develop and sell these units to manufacturers, law enforcement, and others working on theft prevention. This is considered a low-power threat evaluation unit aimed at testing cars for vulnerability to thieves and demonstrating the capability of defeating current technology. This particular device works only on vehicles that have a keyless fob remote and a push-button start. We found it generally takes two people working together to use it. Here's how it works. The driver leaves the vehicle and locks it using the fob. Standing or walking within a few feet of the driver, the thief uses the component called the relay box to capture the code from the unsuspecting driver's fob. That code is then relayed to the second box, which is placed next to the door, and when the thief pulls on the handle, the car thinks it's receiving the fob signal and unlocks. It used to stop there. The devices could not start the cars, but now it's a whole new ballgame. We tested it over a 2-week period on a total of 35 different cars, minivans, SUVs, and a pickup truck. It opened 19 of the 35, and amazingly it started 18 of those vehicles. We were able to drive the vehicles away, and with 2/3 of the ones we drove away, we could turn off the ignition and restart it, as long as we had the device inside. An earlier version of the device was obtained by insurance industry investigators in Seattle and tested there. It opened several vehicles, including this Cadillac, while NICB producer Brian Dreifelt was videotaping. We stressed that our testing was not scientific and it did not work on every make or model. In fact, 4 brand new 2017 Chevys did not open. We tested it at 5 different locations with assistance from new and used car dealers, an auto auction, NICB employees, and individual owners. CarMax, the nation's largest retailer of used cars, is an NICB member and a strong supporter of the fight against vehicle theft. They gave us access to one of their stores and its vehicles. In reality, it was somewhat temperamental, and most of the time, the fob signal was only captured when it was within a few inches of the unit, not the 8 to 10 feet claimed by the makers. The engineers who developed this device say it has opened and started many other makes and models, including some of the ones we could not defeat. More powerful and sophisticated devices are being sold by unscrupulous dealers, some costing upwards of $60,000, and according to experts, they can be purchased online. Some thieves are allegedly even making their own devices. Now, even with this less powerful unit, imagine a parking valet or attendant that has access to your fob, working with a partner, able to wait until you're gone, capture the signal, open and start the car, and drive it off while your fob is still hanging on the hook. Unless there's security footage, no one can explain how the car disappeared. After seeing the device in action, NICB's Jim Schweitzer, who oversees all NICB investigations, said manufacturers have to continue to improve their anti-theft technology.
I think they have to adapt. They have to recognize that there are people out there, as we have for years and years and years, that want to steal cars and are going to find ways to steal cars despite whatever technology we might put in our cars in order to protect them. So my feeling is, in response to what we've seen here today, in response to what we've read about happening not only in the United States but around the world, the manufacturers have to adapt to these new technologies, provide countermeasures that will counteract what they're seeing and really stay on the cutting edge of what will probably continue to be a tug-of-war between the thieves and the manufacturers.
For the National Insurance Crime Bureau, I'm Roger Morris.